So remember, with piecewise functions, you're graphing this right here. Okay? But you're only graphing it according to these rules. So the line negative 3x, okay? That is a line that goes through 0, has a slope of negative 3. So down 3, right 1. Down 3, right 1. Down 3, right 1. Or up 3, left 1. Up 3, left 1. Up 3, left 1. Okay? So it's that line right there. But we only want it x less than 1. So we're going to take our scissors and cut it at x equals 1 right here. Okay? And we only want left of that, less than that. So we don't want anything here. Okay? And one more thing to fix. This is just messed up horribly. So we don't want anything right of that. And at this point, since it's less than 1, we actually want an open dot there, not a closed dot. This is the line, negative 3x, but only when my x's are less than 1. If you're doing that again on the graphing calculator, negative 3x, you graph it, okay? Remember, when we go to the table, we only want x values less than 1. We don't want all these numbers. So all I do is do that. And you can just plot. Instead of drawing and erasing, you can just plot open dot here and then all the rest of these. And those are the dots I have right there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? That's how you do it. X plus 5. Again, if I want to, instead of graphing it and then erasing, I just go and put x plus 5. It's going to look like this. All right? But I want x greater than or equal to 1. So when I go to my table, I don't want any of these numbers less than 1. So I move the 1 up here, and I do points like 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, and so forth. So 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, and it's going to look like that. And I use a solid dot because the greater than or equal sign. Now, when you're evaluating, you have to look and see negative 2. Is that less than 1 or greater than or equal to 1? What's less than 1? So that means we're going to plug it in for x in the top one. And negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. That's this point right here. 0. Well, you can see that the black line I have starts at 1. Okay? So where is 0? It's 0, 0. It's on the first one. 10, which is off the chart, we haven't even drawn it that high. That one obviously is greater than 1, so I'm going to plug it in. 10 plus 5 is 15. That's it. Okay, negative 2/3 x plus 1 when x is less than or equal to negative 4. I think using the calculator is the easiest thing to do here. So I go in here, I clear this out. I'm doing negative 2/3, so negative 2 divided by 3 x plus 1. That's it. I hit graph. I get an idea what it's going to look like. But remember, I want less than or equal to negative 4. So I go into my table. And I want numbers. I don't want these numbers. These are bigger than -4. I want less than -4. So there's my -4. I want that to be on the bottom. And these are the points I'm going to do. Okay, that's kind of a tough one because -4 doesn't even end up in a nice spot. It's like 3 2/3. So almost 4. And on this little screen, this little graph is going to be hard. So -4, almost 4. So right there, that's going to be hard to tell. Not going to measure. But I would use -6.5 and -9.7. So -6.5 and -9.7. And that's going to give me that line right there. And again, you can check your calculator. Does that look like the same line? Yes, it does. Then for this one's easy. You don't need the calculator. -3. Okay, why is -3? That is a horizontal line starting at -4. So I go to -4 and go down to -3. I'm going to put an open dot here and then just go straight horizontal like so. Now I evaluate. -6, where's that? Well, -6, if you drew a line at -6, which one does it go through? Okay, it goes through the first one. So I'm going to plug in -6 right here, or make my life easy, go to my calculator. -6 gives me 5. -4, okay, that was the one right here. -4, about 3.7. Actually 3.6 repeating. And then 10, well, it's always -3, so there you go. 3x plus 5, x less than 0. Again, I'm going to make this easy on myself. I'm going to put in here, I'm going to clear that out. I'm going to put 3x plus 5. There's what it looks like. And I want less than 0. So I want from here down. But I want to have an open dot right here. So I go to my table. I want 0 at the bottom of my screen. So I want all the numbers less than 0. So 0, 5, -1, 2. I'll put an open dot here to start. -1, 2. -5, 10. I can put more dots in between, but there is that line. And then absolute value of x minus 2. It's kind of a tricky one. So I come up here, clear it out, math, over the number, enter, x minus 2. Now remember, I want greater than or equal to 0. So I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. I want from here down and up. So I'm going to go to second table. And I want 0 to be at the top of my screen. So 0, 2, 1, 1. And once it hits the x-axis, it's bouncing up. So 2, 0, 3, 1. So it's going to do that. So -6. Well, -6 is out here, so it's going to be on this line right here. I'm going to plug that in right here. -6 times 3 is -18. -18 plus 5 is -13. Again, -6 is on this line here, which is the top one. So I'm going to plug in -6 right here, get -18, add 5, -13. -2.5. Again, that's going to be like out here somewhere, right around there. So I'm going to plug that in. So 3 times 2.5. So 2.5 times 2 is 5. Times 3 is negative 7.5 plus 5 is negative 2.5. And then 10 is going to be out here somewhere. So 10 minus 2 is 8. Absolute value of 8 is 8. So I obviously, when I free-handed this, I did not do it steep enough. It should have looked more like that. That's why we use points off the calculator. All right, last one of these. Got 3 of them. Okay, so pay close attention. X squared minus 1. I'm definitely using the calculator for this. There's too much going on. Clear it out. X squared minus 1. Graph. I want less than or equal to negative 2. So I'm going to go into my table. I don't want all these numbers. I want less than negative 2. So I'm going to put negative 2 at the bottom here. And there's my points. Negative 2, 3. Right there. Negative 3, 8. And that's really, unfortunately, all I've got. Because it goes off. So what I'm going to do is look at my graph and see that basically I got to make sure I put in a little bit of a curve here to show that it's a parabola. So make sure I draw a little bit of a curve. Okay. Now, I'm going to look ahead while I've got this in my calculator and see negative 2. Where is that? I just put it on there. Negative 2 is at 3. So I'm going to write a 3 in here. Okay, now I'm going to put this one in. 2x minus 1. Now notice, this one is in between these two numbers. This makes it really easy. 2x minus 1. Y equals, clear it out, 2x minus 1. And it's really easy because I want the numbers in between negative 2 and 4. Notice I want an open dot at negative 2 and a solid dot at 4. So there are my points. Negative 2, negative 5. I want an open dot here. The rest are going to be solid dots. Negative 1, negative 3. Uh, 3, 5. And then it was 4, 7. So that's it right there. Now, since 3 is between here, I'm going to look ahead and save myself the trouble. 3 is 5. So there we go, 5. And last but not least, square root of x greater than 4. So I'm going to go back in here. Y equals, clear it out. Second, square root of x. Graph. And I want greater than 4. So not going to be a lot to put on here. It's going to be 4, 2, and 9, 3. So 4, 2, and 9, 3. And so I just kind of make it kind of curvy to indicate square root. Okay. Now for ease, I can show you how to change this, but let's just make this. I'm just going to show you. Well, never mind. I'll show you in the calculator how you can do this. Well, actually, just do this. You just do second square root. Well, come out. Second square root of 6.5. It's about 2.5. That's it. All right, now we're going backwards. So this right here, okay, you can see that is a horizontal line at negative 4. So that would normally just be very easy. That's y equals negative 4. But notice, it starts here at 2, negative 4, and goes left. So I need to write down if x, and it's a solid dot, so I put less than or equal to 2. All right. Now this one's next one's a little tricky. I need to figure out what the slope of this is. Okay. Now if you look at it, it's a -1 slope, which means if it continued, it would hit there and there at 0.5. So it's a -1 slope plus 5. But it starts at 2. And since it's an open dot, we just say greater than 2. All right. Number 6. There's 3 things going on here, so we need to figure out the slope. This slope here looks like it's a +1 slope. So it would hit there, there, and there. Okay. At 6. So we have y equals a +1 slope. That's supposed to be a plus, but I can't get a draw. Plus 6. We'll come back to the if then. Then this part, the horizontal part, is going through 3. So that's simply y equals 3. And the next one also is a -1 slope. So it would hit here and there at 5. Okay, so this one is y equals negative slope plus 5. Now, where are the breaking points? Well, for this one, it's at -3. -3. So for the top one, x plus 6, I want if x is less than or equal to -3. I don't know what's up with my pen. Okay. And then for the horizontal one, it's between -3 and +2 if x is, okay, I gotta put it in between. Sorry. So I gotta put -3, x is greater than that, but less than +2. So that's where the other line is, right here. All right. And then this last one is if x is greater than or equal to, these are all greater than or equal to 2. All right. And then review. All right, so first one on this, we're going to multiply first, outer, and last. So 7 times 8 is 56. Right here, we got 7 times -4 is -28 radical 2. On the inside, we have plus 8 root 10. And last, we have -4 radical 2 times 10 is 20. So right now it looks like nothing will join together, but this 20 will break down to 4 and 5. Okay, so we end up with 56 minus 28 root 2 plus 8 root 10 minus 4 times 2, square root of 4 is 2. That makes 8 root 5, and that's it. This one does not simplify anymore because nothing is the same. We have 3 different radicals and a whole number. All right, for this one, we need to multiply by, we don't want to whack-a-mole, we need to do 3 minus root 5, top and bottom. Okay? On the top, we need a FOIL. So we have 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times negative root 5 is negative root 5. 3, so that's our outside. Inside, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, root 7. And then the last is going to be the radicals. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive root 35. On the bottom, I simply get 9, 3 times 3, minus 5, radical 5 squared. This one also is kind of a nasty one. On the bottom, I get 4. On the top, nothing joins together again. 35 doesn't simplify, so it is just 3 minus radical 5 minus 6 radical 7 plus radical 35. That's it.